Hello, my dear students. Myself, Krutika Patel from Samarpan Gnyan School, Rata. Today, we are going to start with class 10th, new topic from Social Science, Democratic Politics, chapter number 4, Gender, Religion and Caste. So, let's begin. What is gender? About male and female. Religion, lots of religion in India. Islamism, Sikhism, Hinduism and many more. Casteism, upper caste, lower caste and lots of caste in India. So relation of all these three things with the politics. So today we are going to start with our first topic, that is gender. Is being a girl a crime, says a girl child? Why does a girl child says that? If being a girl is a crime. So let's discuss about the relation of gender and the politics and why the sufferings of the girl says is being a girl crime. So there is never any doubt that men and women are different on the basis of biology. We all know, but biologically we are different. Men and women are different, but the differentiation is carried lot more further by our society and the stereotypes. What are the stereotypes? That woman should be just a housewife, not a working or not educated. So these are certain stereotypes for the women. Women are not made for going outside and working. Only men can go outside and work. Women should not be allowed to study. So these are certain stereotypes, okay? But one field which is often ignored when it comes to gender, that is politics. When gender biasness is talked about, one field is ignored. When we always talk about the household thing, the working thing, education part, but we forget this politics part. In the current scenario in India, the political representation of women is very low. We can see the gender inequality in our country. There are lots of gender discrimination in our country. Inheritance of poverty, plight of Muslims women, dowry system, health, job, career options, child marriages and other status of women. The problem really stems from the role of women play in India partial society. Education of women is not a priority for most of the families in India. They don't give education priority for the women. Their role is also considered as the housewife and only the raising for the children. This is unpaid, invisible, and our society is culprit of ignoring this work that woman does. Woman is always busy doing household work, raising children, and this work is never paid, and society is very cruel. So they don't consider the work of women. Women's girls, so many girls, they are not allowed to study. So the problem really stems, and we can see that literacy rate among women is only 54% as compared to 76% of the men. Women are also less paid than men, even in the work which they are doing same, such as in films or in factories. So for this, the movement has been taken for the equality. What is that movement? Feminist movement. What is that? The series of political campaign for reforms on the issues such as reproductive rights, domestic violence, maternity leave, equal pay, women's suffrage, sexual harassment and violence, all of which falls under the label of feminism and feminist movement. So this, I think, you might be cleared with the term what is feminist movement. The movement started by the women to get equal rights against all these things. We have seen domestic violence against women in lots of places. We have seen these are the movements carried out by the people. So what was the effect of this feminist movement? The feminist movement has effected change in the Western society, including the Indian suffrage. Greater access to education, women are now educated, and here is the example I am teaching you all. More equitable pay with the men, the right to initiate divorce proceedings, the right of women, and the right to own property. So these are the effects of the feminist movement, and also in the political status we can see. But in India, parents still prefer to have son than the girls. They find many ways to have girl being aborted before the birth. The gender ratio is also declined. The number of girls per 1,000 boys in our country, India, is only 933. There are various reports on the kinds of harassment, exploitation in both rural and urban areas. Women are not safe at home even due to harassment and domestic violence. These are the scenarios, and so the feminist movement has taken place. It is a movement organized by the Women's Organization for Equality for Women in Personal and Family. What is the effect of it? We have already discussed. The political expression of gender division, the political mobilization helped in improving the women's role in the public life. Now, this is the women's reservation in India. Its time has come to get 33% reservation for women in the parliament. Unfortunately, due to this perceptions of women, the status of women in politics is also very low. Do you know, children, the number of women in the central government crossed the barrier of only 10% representation for the first time in 2009. This is so low figure. Even today, compared to the other developing country, India's gender gap in politics is one of the worst in the world. India lags behind in the gender gap. We can see this. Women only 33, men so much. You can see, make it out from this graph itself. So steps taken to remedy the situation. So what are the steps taken by the government? In our lower level of government, the panchayats and municipalities, there is reservation for the women, that is 1/3 seats for the women. This ensures that women have their representative and chance for their voice being heard. What are the problems of the women being heard? But the same need to be done at the state and the central level. This is just done at the last and the lowermost level of the government. Still the bill has been imposed, but it is still in the pending condition. These are the women of India who has taken part in politics. But still we have demand. The demands are equal rights for women in all the spheres of life. Enhancing political and legal status of women. Improvement in educational and career opportunities for women. Equality has to be shown in the gender biasness also. Nowadays, women are working as scientists, doctors, lawyers, managers, teachers, and engineers. We are all aware of it. So here we can see this: women and men should stand at the equal position. Women can be called Nari Shakti. They can take care of the household, raise children, also work outside the house, get good education, and can get very good position. So here is an image which says we can do it together. So it says that women can do anything. And here it shows that men and women are not equal. No, men and women are equal. So here we come to the end of our first topic, that is gender and politics. We have seen that in politics women has very less role due to gender biasness in India, but still the bill has been passed. It is still pending. Let's hope for the best, and we'll continue with our next topic, that is religion and politics, in the next video lecture. Till then, tata, bye bye.